That's actually not uncommon, by the way. And the reason for that is you find that in the first, let's say, 10 games of a champion, you're in that honeymoon period. You're kind of just loving life, and the champ feels super novel and kind of quite like you don't see the negatives of the champion yet.
Yeah,
and then past like 10, 15 games, you start to really feel the negatives or the, you know, the weaknesses of a champion, and then, you know, subconsciously you start to emphasize like, oh, if I was this other champion, then I wouldn't be experiencing this problem. And then you start kind of getting out of that flow state. So that's kind of what we call the honeymoon period. It's very, very common.
You know, it was actually like kind of brutal the other day. I was like, I can't remember the exact matchup, but I was like Ari fighting a Lux, and and the Lux just like smoked me. And I was like, man, Lux is so sick. Like you just have range, and it's like so hard to dodge, and like I die in one combo. So I picked Lux the next game, and then I got queued into an Ari, and then the Ari annihilated me. And like, so that didn't feel very good, because then like I really had no excuse, because I just lost.
Yeah, totally.
I've seen a lot of that happen.
So I've noticed you've been playing Diana recently.
Okay, so yeah, so basically what's been going on is I tried Lux, and I think Lux is cool, but I sometimes I'll just miss like 20, 30 skill shots in a row. My whole chat's laughing at me. It's awful. And with Diana, what's cool is there's 4 abilities and 3 of them aren't skill shots. So I can actually more just like, play the game, you know, and focus on.
I do want to riff on a few things like before we get into it, right? Because like I did watch your session with Pro Belter, and I did notice that you had a tendency to be like afraid of skill shots, like as in like you were constantly saying, oh, I'm so bad at skill shots. Oh my god, I hit a skill shot. I'm lucky, and I do think you have a misunderstanding of skill shots in League of Legends.
Okay.
Because you obviously do, and we'll get into this definitely when we look at your reviews and stuff. But like, you're not mechanically handicapped, right? You know how to control a mouse and keyboard. You're obviously very good at a lot of other games. But you got to remember, skill shot usage in League of Legends is largely a game of anticipation. It's not a game of reactions, right? So I think you need to understand that like there are principles that you can follow that are going to drastically increase your likelihood of landing skill shots. And it's not something that you should shy away from, because the game is skill shots for the most part. It's kind of like a very, very common part of the game. So you need to embrace that. And I specifically with Ari, a lot of people in the lower elo brackets in bronze and silver and gold do struggle with Ari initially. She is a champion that...
All right. I won't speak much. I'm just going to chill, have fun. Peace.
obviously a lot of skill shots, but requires you to think in a particular way. And a lot of people, they have exactly your win rate, something like a 38, 40% win rate over their first 20, 30 games, and they start to shit the bed. They're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Ari's too difficult. But then, you know, you work on it, you shift your mindset. There's a few things you can work on. And then overnight or like across a few days, your win rate can skyrocket up a lot. And I think, you know, you want to be very careful about shying away from skill shots is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's really helpful. I'm really curious when you said there's principles that'll allow you to land more skill shots. I'm definitely interested in educating myself like on those principles, because
totally
I'm open to anything here. So just to give you some background, like the main game that like I've played is like I got rank 1 in WoW a bunch, and in WoW you don't actually like you have like a target, and you don't have to aim your stuff. So you just, it like automatically like just shoots at the...
Dude, you're massively underrating the difficulty of the things that are going on in WoW, right? I mean, you played PvP, right? So there's, from what I understand, there's a lot of complex things like animation canceling and timing your cancels and all that shit, like arguably potentially even harder. And there's a lot more things to track potentially in WoW, right? With all the abilities and things. So I think that you're more than equipped to be able to hit an Ari charm or a Lux E or whatever the hell.
You know what, Curtis? You're right. Yes, I can do this. I can do this. All right. We just gotta land these darn
I'm trying to hype you up.
Yes, sir. You know what? We should do the coaching on Ari, because now
sure.
You got me in this. Like, look, Ari's my favorite champion in the game, but yeah. The reason I like her is because she has hard CC, like a CC where you can't do anything, like an actual stun or like charm, right? Like, and she has mobility. And if you get enough items, she has burst. Maybe her burst is maybe a little on the low end, but like, you know, she has, those are the three things I like, is hard CC, mobility, and burst. And it's actually kind of hard to find a mid laner, like caster, like mage that does all three. Ari is one of the very few in the game, actually. And
yeah, she's a very well-rounded champion. If you don't mind, can I jump into practice with Ari and just walk you through a few things?
Absolutely. I would love that. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So let me just jump on my camera right now. So I think, because when I was watching your session with Pro Belter, and I don't mean any negativity towards Pro Belter, but Pro Belter's not a coach. So he doesn't really understand how to help someone, especially where you're at in your journey, to
like you're saying he's giving me like rank 1 tips and I'm like a noob and they're going over my head because it's like he's so good that it's like I'm just like I'm a noob, like I'm too bad for the tips kind of.
Yeah, it's like an MIT college professor teaching someone in primary school how to do basic addition or something. It's just like,
yeah, no, I think I get what you're saying.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense. There's a lot of things that are just completely useless essentially, and they're just confusing your journey.
Actually, I have had it. Like the thing is, when I do coaching, I learn so much and it's awesome. But at the same time, my brain is so full of stuff that I usually like start doing worse in a sense, because I'm thinking about so many things that I'm like forgetting about just the basics. So I have seen that trend. It's, you know, it's like my own fault. Like I just can't think. Like there's so many things to think about in League as a beginner. You know.
Yeah, totally. I'll share my screen here.
Wait, do you want me to hop in the game with you or no?
Very simple, okay? So early lane, levels 1 to 6, for the most part, you have a relatively weak lane. You're not an amazing laner. Now, does that mean you can take, doesn't mean you can take good trades? No. But your goal isn't to solo kill your lane opponent. It isn't to dominate your lane opponent. It is largely to minimize, okay? Right? Your champion fundamentally comes online at level 6, okay? So most lanes, when you're laning, you're looking to hold the wave in either relatively neutral positions, or you're looking to just farm up a storm and use your W somewhat reactively. So on your W, you get movement speed, right? So when champions, maybe a Lux is trying to EU, maybe a Syndra's trying to QE you, whatever, you're going to use that W and you're going to move around and try to dodge that, okay? And so just at a high level, I found it really helpful for Ari players. What they try to do in the early stages, they try to, constantly fight and charm and go and fucking solo kill and RN. That's not really what we're trying to do. Our job is to sync up with our jungler and play for 2v2s. Our biggest strength is to fight with our jungler in the river. This is what we want to do. So post 6, right? We typically want to get a recall, roughly. And then we're going to be we're going to be directing on the minimap a lot of attention to what's our jungler doing? Where's our jungler? Is our jungler moving into the river over here? Are they ganking bot? Are they moving into are they invading? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? And so whatever your jungler is doing, you just basically want to try and shove out the waves with your Q, leveraging your high wave clear, use your W to stay nice and healthy, avoid skill shots, and be the one that is moving to these plays first and then fighting with your jungler. You're a 2v2 Origin champ. Ari's a 2v2, 3v3 Origin champion because what makes a skirmish Origin champion is mobility, CC, and burst, which is exactly what Ari has. She has all the characteristics of a skirmisher. Right now, when a lot of high elo players don't understand is that yes, you can win lane on Ari and you can take really good trades and you can shit on your lane opponent, whatever, but that's not really something that is very overly beginner friendly. And the reason that's not beginner friendly is because your Q's hard to land on the enemy, as you've probably found out. Your low range, Ari's a mid to low range champion, so you get outranged by many, many champions. So you need to use a lot of high elo players are very good at kind of using good clicks and spacing and tethering and, you know, all like minutiae movement to close the gap and get creative with trading. But that's not really that's not her major strength. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. So no, I didn't want to interrupt, but I think this is gold because I think every time I try a new champion, one of the first things I try to understand is like, what am I doing as the champion? I'll usually ask my chat and they'll say like, don't die, or they'll say like...
Yeah, but even they don't know. Most people don't know their champ's identity and reference points, unfortunately. And that's one of the giant complex things about the game. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. The game doesn't make it obvious for you to figure that out.
Right. So this is, what I'm trying to say is like, this is really helpful to know that Ari, I'm not trying to completely dominate my lane. Actually, now that I come to think of it, every time I fight an Ari and the Ari does well, I'm actually doing well in lane, maybe even winning my lane. But then the Ari goes down, gets 2 kills in the jungle. Now she has 2 kills, back spies. Now she's ahead and then kills me. And that's like every time what happens. So like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's good to have that mentality of like the goal of the champion, so I can play around the win condition versus just trying to just shove every wave and try to get a kill in the mid.
Totally. And so there's a few other principles that you would follow. So you very, very rarely want to use your R for a solid kill in lane. Okay, like in the late, especially post level 7, level 8, for the most part, your goal is to shove and move. So the dream scenario for Ari is, right, let's say gold wise, let's say your first base, you might come back for like, I don't know, a Dark Seal boots and a refill, right? That's like your standard relatively standard first base, right? Plus, minus, maybe a boot, maybe you don't get boots, maybe you do, I don't know, right? Then what you're trying to do is you're trying to work towards, obviously, probably a Malignance, get a bit of AP, maybe a Lost Chapter or something, right? Now, at this point, right, typically around level 8, level 9, your Q may start to one-shot the backline, where your Q can like start one-shot the backline. At that point, your champion kind of evolves from the lane phase to just shoving and hovering. So you basically just want to keep Qing those waves, boom, smash it out, use your strong wave clear to, again, avoid the 1v1 and shove and move and hover your jungler. You see what I mean? When a common mistake a lot of Aris do is they get to this stage level 8 in the lane or whatever, and they will start doing things like this, or they'll try to R-charm, try to solo kill someone. Now, the problem with that is if you fuck that up, you miss that, you have no adaptability. If something would have happened in the river and your R is down, your champion is kind of just rendered useless. You can't do anything. You're a very, very R-dependent champion. Does that make sense?
Very, very, very helpful with Ari, because I think a lot of the times what I try to do, especially in the mid game, oh thanks Bim, is go for this crazy hero solo play on like a Vayne, and I miss the charm on the Vayne. She rolls it, makes me look like a complete idiot. My whole chat is laughing at me. They're spamming Keck W, and then I'm dead, and it just feels awful. So just the idea that I don't have to go for the 1v1, I can like just like 2v2, 3v3 and save the ult for like those situations.
That was a good game. For all the doubters. That's how you reset your mindset. Now sit the fuck down and let it bleed.
Because those are always the situations that work out well for me. I don't know why I didn't put this together myself. I have a question though, follow up. Does that mean that Ahri, like how does Ahri side lane solo if she gets met with opposition? Like how does that actual exchange work then?
Okay, so this is where I think, again, in your session with ProVelta, it was just complete misinformation. And I think it's an element of the game that you need to understand that in Silver, there isn't really sophisticated macro, okay? So, you know, there is nothing I'm going to be able to say that's going to make sense of all of your mid-game scenarios. But the general principle of what Ahri wants to do, right? Let's say, you know, you're in the side lane. Really what you don't really want to just sit in the side. You just want to maybe catch shallow waves. So let's say the wave's somewhere over here. Right, you want to pop the wave safely, right, probably near your tower, and then in between the waves, you're going to try and find opportunities to like move to fights, right? Now, this is why I think TP, especially when you're newer to Ahri, is so much better than Ignite. Ignite adds a lot of complications because if you're in the side lane in the mid game, catching waves, and a fight breaks up on top side because you know, like you know, your dumbass teammates are fighting over random shit, and something's going on over here. Boom, you could like just TP over and then be there for that fight, right? It gives you adaptability. One of the most important elements of Ahri is adaptability. What I mean by adaptability is like you're staying healthy, you have your R, you have your TP. So boom, something happens, you can be at that fight and then, you know, be at the play. You know what I mean? So the general premise is that you're trying to catch waves conservatively, shove and hover, right? In between waves. If you do have priority, maybe they're not there and you can blast the wave out and shove and move, sure. But more often than not, you don't win the 1v1 in the side lane. Ahri is not a good duelist in the side lane into many, many champions. And you either, yeah, like I said, shove and move or just TP to a play.
Cool. Now that makes a lot of sense. So Ignite would make a lot of sense if you're trying to get early kills in Snowball, but you just said that Ahri isn't really looking for an early kill in Snowball. She's looking to play somewhat safe to 6 and get some really nice skirmishes in the river. So I guess...
Yeah. Well, the thought process with Ignite, right, is that it's a combat spell that does help with your skirmishing. It can also help with your 2v2s, right? But what I've found is that the complexity of not having TP offsets having the benefit of the additional skirmishing power, is what I mean. I just think that TP will make your life a lot easier in mid-game. And mid-game is what a lot of people do struggle with. Because remember, in Silver and Bronze, especially, games will get extended. Right, there will be a lot of ARAMs, right?
So
because there's more mistakes.
I do think TP will help you.
Okay, I have a lot to say here. The first is I played most of my games with TP, and I prefer TP. Like I feel more comfortable with it because of exactly what you just said. I can side lane more effectively, and I feel like if I am out of position because my macro sucks, I can actually get there for the fight. So like, yeah, I'm totally with you. I like TP a lot. I did want to say though, and this is from my own analysis, so it could be wrong. Like, if you watch my gameplay, please call me out. But I have a tendency to have on Ahri or even some of my other champions where I have a somewhat weak early game. My strongest part of my gameplay, and I let me be clear, I suck at everything because I'm a silver player, but the strongest part of my gameplay is usually the mid game. I understand generally how side laning fights, what the important fights. I try to be there for every Drake or Baron, like the big objectives, the big fights, like that. I think if there is a strength in my gameplay, I would like to think it's that. And then I usually end up throwing late game.
Yeah, so this is a different topic. I'm trying out Deathstalker. So that's what's happening. Yesterday when I was hitting the Demolock and when I was hitting the Hunter, I was hitting like a wet noodle. So I'm trying out Deathstalker. There's a lot of weird things in my own, let's say, mind right now. So basically that's why I'm running around like a headless chicken. Especially when I'm playing versus NPCs. It's because I'm not used to how I want to play as a Deathstalker. I don't have the, let's say, rotation down. But what I'm noticing is I'm doing more damage. and I'm noticing that since we have ancient arts regardless as rogues, it means that I know the flow of the sub rogue, which means that I just need a few games and I'll kind of get a more, I guess, consistent flow within it, which eventually leads to me having a flow chart, which eventually leads to me just being able to do what I want to do as a Deathstalker. But I'm not saying that it will be super easy. That's not what I'm saying. Usually I say that things will be easy, but in this case, that's not what I'm saying actually. What I'm saying is just I'll play games, we see what happens, and I will adapt as shit goes on. Undead Slain. And yeah, I want to get some stuff done here, but the problem, it's not a problem, but the thing is that I don't feel like grouping up with other players. Hello? Holy shit, the damage I'm taking. What the fuck is happening? So there's a couple of issues. I don't know. I was playing on NA. I was gearing up. Not gear. Yeah, well, I guess gearing up because I was doing some quests for honor and shit in Voidstorm. But the problem is that hello? Yeah, this is weird. Hold on. It feels so weird that I have gear, but I'm doing less damage than my alt rogue on NA. Feels so weird. I don't know. It might be the PvP gear, although the eye level is higher, but I'll do it like this. Fuck it. I'll go full PV. I can't kill all this, by the way. There's no way. Oh, fuck me. This is fucked. Right. I will let this die out and then I'll go elsewhere. Yeah. I guess we lost an event right there, no? But basically what I will do is I will I'll play as Deathstalker on my alts that I'm leveling on NA. On mains, on basically every rogue that I play so that I get into it. And the more I play it, the easier it will get. And the more efficient I will be as a Deathstalker rogue. There's a huge difference between being Deathstalker now and the way it was in War Within. So this feels way better. Way better. The issue though is that hold on. So another problem is that I'm so used to having my secret technique be a part of my opener when I open. That's a huge problem because with Deathstalker, you want to use it later. And the problem is I can't be thinking of too many things at once. So basically I can't go... Oh, I can't go... Oh, I can do that. What the fuck was that? Yeah, so basically I can't go... Words. Yeah, it feels better with this gear. Yeah, there's no people on this shard, which is sad. Very sad, but actually... let me... Hold on. Wait, yeah, that one. I'll do it that way, I think. I think what I'll do is... hold on. Fuck me. Yeah, this ain't working. And I don't have bomb either. I'll blind that. Because I don't need to kill it. Let's go here. Buy some time. Yeah, nothing died. Neither did I though, so I guess that's good. But yeah, so that's one of the things with Deathstalker. Yeah, we'll see. The problem is tooltips suck ass. Yeah. These tooltips make me so tired. Applies 3. Consume final. I understand that part. And applies 3 stacks of Deathstalker's mark. So it reset, like it's like a reset. Unless there's a mark active. Yeah. Yeah, there's no people here, so I don't know what to do. The queue is taking longer today. Way longer. I might actually sleep early. We'll see, but I might sleep early. It's not like, oh, these games have been awful, but it's more a matter of if I, oh yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. It's more a matter of if I chill today, I can play more tomorrow without no-lifing it. Fuck it. I'll just use I know it's wrong, but I'll use what's it called? Secret tech early, and then I'll just use it again. Because it comes up again like in 20 seconds when versing. So yeah. I see. Why is it not dying? What's happening here? Oh, maybe that's a... Huh. Maybe that's one of the things happening here. Maybe they have like a debuff, which I can't get through. That could make sense, actually. Because I was wondering, something felt off here. Why is that 30? What the hell? Why is it at 32? It should be more. Ancient Foe. Also, I know that you can do this in group, but I'm practicing for myself. The problem is these guys actually have too much health, so I guess it's... And damage, so I guess it's a problem, in a sense. Also, the rogue, what's his name? I don't see chat. MVP, shout out to him. It was really fun versing him. Only issue was that I was not awake. So I couldn't talk about it. Because I was vibing. Let's see. Nope. Let's go here. Oh, it's there. Also, I don't know, the mark, it's weird with the mark. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I guess I have to put it on my thing here. Yeah, here it is, okay. But tracked buffs. Oh, never mind. All good. Let me do this. Find this. Stop that. What the hell? That's a long range. The fuck? Blessing. Damage done increased 30%. It reset. That's sad. And these guys come up now, so I can't... 20 seconds. Oh god. I didn't get it. I fucked up. Nice. Got the kill. I thought things would be a bit weirder, but hold on. Do this. Is there anything else? Finally, is there anything else I want to say? I don't know. Yeah, flag maps are really good for me. In general. Yeah, this is a great map too, because then I can just focus on orbs. All right, peace.
To be honest, so like my early
Right.
late seems to be my early game I think is really bad. My mid game I think is probably my strong suit, and my late game I think is also pretty bad. I don't know if that's probably not helpful at all. You should just watch because maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of what I picked up.
What that tells me, if I read between the lines, is that it's probably saying that you're, if you're struggling. I mean, look, RE late game is not easy. The RE is not a hyper scaler. You're not like a 6-item god, right? RE is a more of a mid game champion, right? She spikes on 2 items, like Malignance, Lichbane, or whatever. She isn't a 6-item. It's not like, so that is normal, I would say, for your champion. I would say that just makes sense for what Ari wants to do. It could also be a sign that, yeah, you've got some problems with ability usage, right? So while we're here, let's quickly talk about some ability for what Ari wants to do. Whatever. She isn't a 6-item. It's not like, so that is normal, I would say, for your champion. I would say that just makes sense for what Ari wants to do. It could also be a sign that, yeah, you've got some problems with ability usage, right? So while we're here, let's quickly talk about some ability usage, right? Like the absolute basics of like maybe some skill shots, right? So I want to plant some seeds in here. I don't expect you to get this all in one hit, but like we'll weave this in maybe throughout some of your reviews. Okay, so like there are 2 or 3 real quick concepts to understand to help you with skill shot usage, right? So let's say this is your jungler fighting in the river, right?
Also, the thing is, I'm better off using secret tech on CD than trying to overthink it and perfect a rotation that I can't hit anyways. Because the thing is, I could... Oh my god. Oh, never mind. I think someone popped it. But yeah, the thing is, I could hit a target dummy. Oh, we're horde. I could hit a target dummy. But the thing is that hitting target dummies is... Hold on. Well... yeah. Words. I heal. I reset mentally. Okay, everything's lagging. Here we go. I go back in. Let's kill warrior. Who grab Zerk? Oh, did I grab Zerk? I did. Okay. Actually, I go warlock. Okay, he was shrouded. Yeah. I peel out. No, actually, I don't. I'm getting healed. I wanted to drop bomb. Didn't have the CD. I'll do is focus on damage. I wait, I chill, I grab this. I heal. Heal out. I'm disarmed. Okay, I die. Oh, yeah. I'll focus entirely on damage. Hitting orbs. That's what I'll do. I need to get into Deathstalker. Let's prioritize this guy. It lives longer though. I grab Zerk. I get peeled. AoE here. How the fuck did I guess it's a mage. Okay, so they don't have... Yeah. I go Warlock. Blind that. Step this. Yeah. This one grabs. I don't have trinket. It's not up. The oh wait, who has 150? That's Warlock. Where's Warlock? I can't see Warlock. Into that. Bomb this. Where's Warlock? Let me go here and grab this. Warlock's over there. Yeah. I can't kidney that. Did healer a bit until the next orb. They're not grabbing yet. We have 4. This is a good game. How the fuck did we grab 4? I'll help defend. Okay, 1 drops. I need to peel out. Fuck. I don't make it. Gouge that. I can't blind. I tried to blind that guy. We lose. This was a good game. Wait, we grab again. I go blue. Fuck. Wrong side. I need to kill insta. I grab. Oh fuck. I can't. I grab. I choke. Yeah. At least I didn't die with an orb. Yeah. We were horde. It was a fun game.
So if you're this jungler, right? So you're this guy over here fighting with this guy. Well, your mental stack is probably really overwhelmed, isn't it? If they're scrapping, they're using abilities, right? And then an Ari comes in from the side, it's very difficult for this guy to react to you, isn't it? Right? Because just from a mental stack overload perspective, all of his attention is focused on that bloke, right? He's trying to think about that guy. So a really important principle of Ari is like understanding, like if I'm coming from a different angle, if I'm coming from like over here, there's no chance that guy's going to be able to react to my charm. Because like,
oh, Shadow Strike is what,
you know what I mean? He's not
what creates the mark. I forgot about that.
There.
I didn't do it well.
If I'm coming straight head on, here I am. Yeah, there's an Ari coming in. Watch out. Well, then of course he's gonna avoid that, right? Then that's not on you to hit. That's on him to dodge. Okay. So the general premise is that if I know that he knows I'm there, right? If I'm in plain vision, here we go. I'm an Ari. Come on, watch out. Well, I'm not gonna rush my charm. What I might do is I might R auto W. Right? Just literally hold, maybe Q or something, hold charm, and then when they like panic or flash, then I would go for the charm. Now, what you'll realize with Ari, you don't even need to land your charm a lot of the time to deal a lot of damage, because a lot of your damage is going to come from like your R auto WQ.
No, that's good news.
Does that make sense?
Okay, this makes a lot of sense. So let me paraphrase. So if they don't know you're coming from the side, it's a surprise attack from a bush, something like that. You can kind of just send the charm because they're not going to.
There's no damage here.
But if it's kind of a 1v1 lane, or like they're kind of just staring at you, really be patient.
I don't know why
charm.
I'm trying to blind
like,
that.
just
Okay.
chill.
It's unlikely you're going to land it.
Right, because they're like ready to dodge.
Yeah, so like let's say this guy. Here I am. I'm gonna go with this guy. There's no way I'm gonna land the charm. It's so unlikely. So what you would never rush your charm like that, right? You would just never. Well, then the first person who comes in, they're just gonna get one shot, right? I'm shoving and moving. The roam is either gonna be a low percentage or high percentage roam based on variables, right? Are they low? Are they overextended?
Yeah, this percentage sucks ass.
Does my team have setup?
I'm
right?
out.
We don't need to go that deep, but that's the way League is. You view it in percentages, right? And now when you understand the underlying variables, and just like we mentioned there, when it comes to skill shots, you then have the tools available to know, okay, is this a high percentage skill shot or a low percentage skill shot? And then you're just playing the odds, right? Is it a 60-40, 80-20? And then that's what makes a consistent play. Because in League of Legends, you don't get to win every game. Right?
Weird.
You're one player on the Rift with 9 other guys. So
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Is you're just playing odds. You're just constantly playing odds. This is why I like to talk about poker in relation to League. It's all about making high percentage decisions.
I do like a bet for my chat, like every game, like do I win this or lose this? And like if they're playing, I think I told you this in our podcast, but I actually swapped to jungle last year and found a lot more success. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just like being stubborn or what. Like I actually don't necessarily want a jungle. Like I really like mid lane. I like the idea of like the mid game in mid lane is so fun, right? You shove a wave and then it's like dragon or like roaming top or bottom or like jungle. Like it's just like fun. Like I just really enjoy it. Not to say jungle's not fun, but it's just like mid is just it's like a very fun lane, but I haven't seen as much success there.
Well, funnily enough, right? Jungle is a terrible role to learn the game through. It's the worst role to learn the game through, basically. It actually is the worst role out of all 5 roles, the worst role to learn the game through, because the game is fighting and the game is laning for the most part. Like, so the problem with jungling is that think about it in terms of interactions, right? If you're a laner, think about how many interactions you're having with another champion per 10 seconds.
You're saying it's slower to learn as a jungle because you're not in situations where you can learn. You're just sitting in the jungle a lot.
Yeah, you're having way less interactions with other champions, right? League is fundamentally a fighting-based game, right?
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
If you're not fighting a lot, then you can't improve. It's a lot slower to improve, actually, the way I would frame it. It's not that you can't improve.
Kind of like just like this knowledge gap thing where it's like I don't know how it needs to like when I understand that every champ has strengths and weaknesses. My problem is I have a knowledge gap when I don't know if it's a champ that Ari needs to like if I need to play very aggressive or very passive into a specific champion. So it's kind of like just like this knowledge gap thing where it's like I don't know how to punch.
Comes with experience. Can't know what you don't know until you know.
It's fine. Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Which is why you go
It's basic.
testing.
And we'll for the most part get into it in the post game.
Because up with that, Riot.
Bully. She's a lame bully. She wants to kill you.
Well, it's pretty usual, I suppose.
Bully. She's a lame bully. She's a charm usage matchup. Typically, when you're versing champion, thing for mental stack on.
She like
I not when they Q you, right? So
play for 6. I want to not die and get weak
she
early.
wants to.
What am I? I'm Alliance. I go ruins. I wasted time there. I grab Zerk. We keep Shrine. Grab this. I go here. We have farm. We don't have heal. I grab Zerk. I check reset mid. Actually, I could heal. So there's one here. I'll go back Rue, but I'm too late. I don't make it. This guy stole my pathing. I don't make it there because of the paladin. This guy grabs the thing. Yeah. Warlocky. Shrine. So let's see. We are in the lead. Yeah, I help Shrine and go back. They're chilling mid. I help here and then I go Rue. Ruins is 15. Ah, fuck it. They're wasting time over there. I cap over here for free. This guy is winning, right? Our guy, yeah. Yeah, Warlock sold. I know that I could click here, but there's no point at this elo. There's one. Why is it not sapping? Oh, fuck. I fucked up. I fucked up. I choked. I don't know why. I guess the priest was in combat because I tried sapping there, but I'll check the VOD later and I'll see. It will show. This one caps. They get shrine. Shrine is 13 seconds. I grab this. They go shrine as well. So they probably come mid. So there's 2 here. Or I guess 1. I don't have disarm. Yeah, there's 2 here. I pill out. We lose. There's 2 at ruins. We could lose the game. Very possible. We could lose the game. Yeah, the cap here too. I go ruins farm. Because they got 2 down. They got 4 down south, and they got mid. So I don't go top side now. There's no time for shrine quarry though, but I'm too late this side. This is rough. Ruins is I make it down in stealth, but there's 2 over there. Let's see. Warlock is fighting Hunter. Seven seconds. I grab Zerk after. This is this guy. I trinket aggressively. There's 2 here. I pull out. So here I suicide. There's 3 here. So my job now is just to suicide and die. Yeah. To buy time. When did they cap? What the fuck? Did I miss that? I suck. Oh. Well, it got delayed a bit at least. I'll take that. Shrine. I go quarry. Farmer's 40 seconds. Our guy saves it. He's an MVP. Our warrior hit max. Without him, we wouldn't have as much points as we have. Most solid player on the team. Quarry is okay, it's a victory. That was just, yeah, I lost focus entirely. I thought I sapped and I thought I was capping, but I suck ass. All right.
A lame bully. She's a lame bully. She wants to kill.
Should have lost that
right?
one.
So,
Okay, so
I threw.
She's trying to shut you down.
Threw again.
You're trying to survive. Essentially, is the high level, I would say, overview.
I don't think I gained points for that one.
And I just W first as usual.
Yeah, let's start W. Yeah, you can start W.
Let's see. That one's gone. Go here.
Okay, we see that something happening here,
It's
but
over
it's
there.
not.
Let's see if I can get through
So
here.
if we want her coming into me, I kind of just, I don't even like go
Fine,
crazy
hold it
max
neutral.
DPS. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I know you can use winds, but I don't like zones with mechanics. I'd rather just play the game, but I should use mechanics. Wait, is it over here? Yeah, or first up, Venom Tyrant. This guy? No idea.
This place reminds me of home.
Oh, did I queue? Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty usual, I suppose.
There's no mobs. Meld.
Wow.
I mean, there's no players. I need to peel out
so
here
quick
soon.
adjustment for next time. Try to use
There's
the
one guy.
minions to block the incoming
Go
chain.
here.
Try to stand closer to the minions.
No players here. I'll actually go to...
I'll have them chasing their tails.
I'll go here. What do I do? How many games?
My true nature.
I guess it's 3 games or something. But I'm out.
Remember this.
Okay.
I usually always like to ward bot side. I don't know why. It's closer to dragon, I guess. Maybe. Okay.
Zoryu. So this is the problem. If he was streaming for himself, he would be talking about what he's thinking. But since he's being coached, he's focusing on playing and blah blah, right? So the problem is I have to fast forward because I'm here for the words.
So at
Okay,
6, that's looking juice, right?
Yeah, fuck 'em.
But I don't want the coach tells you exactly what to do. That's not like, yeah, that's not, yeah. Anyways.
It plays down. Okay, so like
Plays down.
moment for Ari
This sucks.
because I totally just wasted on cooldown.
This sucks.
Efficient. The queues with last hits, right? Because think, I want to give you some really important.
Okay. I think the review might be better.
Okay. Yeah, we can get into the execution later. I just want to.
Let me think. Yes, I think I would have farmed a lot. No ult for that very helpful.
Or get across early on about this game. Okay. So there's a lot of good things about this game. There's a lot I do like about it. Obviously, there's a lot left to be desired. You're still very early on in your RE days, but I think what I was trying to get across, and hopefully what you felt in this game, is at least some of the reference points of what Ari wants to do, like how she wants to play a game.
Yeah, it was very helpful. I think I would have just, like, I would have done everything different, actually. I would have whiffed my ult into that LeBlanc and died 10 times in mid.
Okay, so
Since I wasn't there for any of those.
So coach talks about positive things, meaning things you learn. Zaryu goes back into things he wouldn't have done. Or like yeah, whatever. So I have to fucking this session sucks ass.
I recorded my screen, so can I share my screen if that's
Yeah,
alright?
yeah, that'd be great. One of the biggest things that like the Drake fight that we lost. We won one Drake fight, but the Drake fight that we lost right before we lost the game. I mean, it went terrible, but yes, this fight.
Yeah, let's come to that. A really common thing you don't want to get into is like the game's not won or lost a lot of the time in like these mid to late game team fights. The game is. We'll come back to that. It's very important we tick the 20% is what I call the 20%ers first. So let's just talk about where you should be directing a lot of your attention right now as an RE player and given your rank, right? So, all right. So let's talk about just trades. I think training is definitely a big problem of yours. And obviously a big part of it is not really understanding how kits interact like with you and LeBlanc. So if I were working with an average silver Ari, I would be spending a lot of time working on what I call matchup understanding, right? So you did a pretty good job, like in the early lane, like playing around the cooldown. I like see how here, like you walked up when LeBlanc's W was on cooldown. I like that. I think that was really good. We kind of got obliterated at level 2. It's important to understand this poor trade, right? So take a look at this. See what LeBlanc did here. She used the W to kill those minions. They sound basic, but I do want barded.
It's gonna like die quicker. I haven't actually.
People don't factor that in.
I
Yeah, dives in. You want to use the minions to your base, you TP'd, you got your level. You're doing here in between the waves. The chain got locked onto this. Now, if you right, so if you're already on the dragon, so
I can't.
keeping on mid tower.
I can't. We tried.
And you need to put up with
Curtis is. I just can't.
exactly what it's like at that level. I may say that you might need to get a little bit higher if you want a shortcut as a Mythic Plus friend into a CE guild. I mean, maybe it's possible.
I think over the last like expansion or so, it's been really rebounding and coming around. So I think the recruitment Discord is probably your best bet to jump in, because there's always guilds looking for bodies, and we'll give some people a try. If you look like you have potential,
Yeah.
that is. If you got like 40 percentile parses in raid, and you're like, I don't really care about raid that much. I'm not in a raiding guild, so why would I put time into it? You're gonna have to actually work to get good parses. That way, people will then give you an opportunity. You can't just like zone in.
I also think going from, 3 of 9 Mythic this season is not anything super great in my opinion. That's that's Chimeras and then Veracius.
I mean, that's basically a heroic guild that can put together 20 people.
Yeah,
You know?
so
like I would think those bosses, in my opinion, are like equal difficulty or even easier than heroic Lura. So.
yeah, I think that's kind of. There's a lot of opportunity this season. If you want to push it, you can't half-ass it. I guess is the biggest thing, right? Like you actually have to commit to this. You need to get better logs. You need to understand what mythic rating is. That how guilds work. That kind of thing.
Rating is hard. Like I actually think organized rating, in a lot of ways, is actually harder than Mythic Plus. Like,
Holy.
And therefore, it deserves better loot, is what you're saying, Tettles.
I don't know about all that, but like it's more just like, I think that they're different skill sets, but there is an undeniable reason that there's a lot of people who I would classify as great Mythic Plusers. They join a raid and they are just not that good. All right. That's it. That's all I had for this
I
week.
have one question.
All right, what's up?
I have one question. What did you get from your hero track loot this week on your main?
Oh, I hate this question.
Me log in. I can't even remember.
I'll start. I don't think it's worse than mine.
I
got a trinket, I think.
Then we tie.
I got a trinket that has speed on it.
Yep,
It's
same
the random.
trinket.
Oh, you got that
Yeah.
too?
I love how, as a poker player, I knew when you said yours won't be worse than mine. I'm like, we have the same trinket. I literally went to look up the damage on that trinket, and it just doesn't exist. It just doesn't do anything. It's literally speed instead of main stat.
Let me see. I
you
also
get that
got,
also?
I think, a garbage trinket. I'm pulling it up.
My split alt got a haste mastery rig.
The
and this boom kit.
The
so.
Sylvian Wakaropku. Your harmful spells
Oh,
and ranged
that.
abilities have a chance to call forth a Loa aspect to bombard your target 3 times, each dealing 11,573 physical damage split between all nearby enemies.
If we didn't have trinkets this season and they went away, like Growl said, that'd be sick.
Dude, whenever I read it,
Yep.
whenever I read the text, I go, this tooltip is way too long. This trinket has to suck.
Yeah, tooltips suck ass.
The
Right.
longer the tooltip is, the worse the trinket is normally.
Yeah, agree.
All right.
That's it.
Any final thoughts? Are we out of here?
think we're outta here.
For some reason, I feel like we're missing something. I'm looking at the show notes, but I don't really think we did all the things.
All right. GG's. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
GG.
GG.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
How generous.
Right. So plan is is it healer? Disco? No. Plan is Plan is I'm horde. Can't find words. Oops. Pull the plug. Ugh. Did I say hit max somewhere else when I said that? Like in another game? Feels like it. I can't remember. Wasn't this game at least. Anyways, let me see. What am I what was I thinking of?
All right, 48 hours have passed.
Oh, the best duo. I like these two. Let's see. Let's do this.
Welcome back to the Race to World First Recap Series. Venomous Abyss Edition.
All right. Peace. All right. I fake this side. I wait. That's a hunter for shears. Yeah, I go this side. No, wait. Hunter, yeah, he's gone. Right. The buff wears off soon. So it's probably red, right? Yeah. Da, da, da. One ink. Can I run up? I can. There's two here. Right. So I keep two there. But we are not inking. So the problem is we don't have offense. Well, now we have two. That's good. So we should cap that. That means that I push the other one. They have three there. I go this side. I grab Zerk if it's up. Fuck, they have too many this side. They have good rotations. I like the way they play. I get the cap. Fuck, I die. Did we have a warlock in our team or no? No? Okay. I burnt trinket there, but it's fine. I don't expect to let's see. I go this side. That's Demon Hunter. I ink all the time. I go this side. There's two here. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Yeah, this elo people don't ink. Hunter. I get the cap. I buy time. I waste time. Anyways, it is what it is. I threw because I wasn't keeping track of the. Also, I didn't write 2 there, but it's fine. I completely threw there. But it's completely fine because there's times I can go again. Because I kept trinket. There's 2 here. I get the cap. I waste trinket there. There's 3 here. Yeah. So basically, I did more for our bases than, well, this guy. Well, I guess these guys are the only ones that held. Yeah, my team no balls. So we could have won if we kept inking. If we cap 2, we win. But is what it is. Or if we cap flag, but I don't even see what the flag is. Yeah. All right. Oh, that
Featuring the
was
new
hilarious.
overlay here. Well done.
EU, come
Yep,
on,
and we're
man.
also in a new room, third tier, third room in a row.
Yeah, they moved us. This one's a little bit more out of the way, which is nice. It's both out of the way and we can also see everything, which is
I
great.
have equally good news though. Right there, Kalamazoo.
That's right. And just behind.
What are we doing?
Now I don't know if you guys will be able to hear him as well because we've got a better mic this time. Tell's actually brought his home mic, so we'll see. If he says anything especially important, we'll relay it. Yeah.
Wow,
exciting
this
race
video
shaping
quality.
up here. Our first topic that we've got listed is the Liquid Dynasty, which. Okay, so Liquid have won the last four. Well,
4. Don't say 6.
it's not 6. It's more because they've won Forefall, March on Keldanas, the Void Spire, the Dream Rift,
So it's 7.
and then and then yeah.
Wait, what am I
Dimensia's,
thinking? Wait, I have.
Galaxy's, and Strike. Okay, yeah, so 7. The Liquid on a 7 raid win streak here, so trying to make the 8-peat happen. Never before seen the 8-peat.
Okay, but it's actually 4.
Yeah, it's been 4 tiers.
So- Well, okay, the reason that I actually put this as the main one of the topics for today is I have seen a decent amount of narratives about Liquid being super dominant, the race not being particularly close. And I feel like whenever you look at the end result of the fact that Liquid have won 4 tiers in a row, you're like, oh yeah, it's not been that close. But I want to pose an alternative opinion that the last 3 races were close and Nerebar was not particularly close.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Nerebar Palace was pretty one-sided. Gallywix was determined by Echo playing a little bit worse on Muggsy, and then Gallywix dying instantly.
Yes.
So, like, Echo got a little bit of the better of week 1. They were actually able to kill Sprocketmonger in the first reset when Liquid weren't. But then they played like medium worse on Muggsy.
Bandit too. They played bad on Bandit.
Yeah.
But like,
And then the last boss didn't exist, right? Like the last boss, so that just meant the race ended early, right? It's like you end the football game by surprise after the first half. It's Liquid did play better in the first half, but usually you would expect there to be a second half there. Then we had
2.3% wipe for Echo and Dimensius.
Yeah, Dimensius was absurdly close for both teams. I feel like Echo were really, really close there. I felt like they were huge favorites. Remember?
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I'm chilling,
recap
I'm
video we
vibing.
did last tier. We were going to bed and we were like, at least I think I was like, I'm the Echo or 90%
Dude,
to win this or something.
I watched the video back the other day, and you literally said 90%. And you go, and the flag was still there.
I mean, we woke up that morning and it was. I was shocked that the race was still underway, and it was sort of that thing where it's like when you wake up and it's not over yet. Echo have been pulling it now for 10 hours. Like,
yeah,
they're starting to. It's hard to pull a boss that hard for that long. But all that's to say, like, they again came within 1%, right, of winning that race as well.
I just don't like the concept of it being a Liquid Dynasty. That's basically
so you put the topic here to bait, but your point is that that's not true.
Yeah,
it's the narrative.
It is the narrative,
but it's not true.
Yeah,
and I think importantly, it's not like Liquid are getting complacent, nor are Echo getting like they're getting their roster picked apart or anything like that. Like both teams, pretty much the same composition that we had last tier. We've had a couple of roster swaps being made here, but for the most part, we've got Atlas coming out of
hold on, I'll show him.
Raid team. Yeah,
hold on.
There you can see now.
Look at them.
Promoted to caster.
Yeah.
Here in the caster room with us.
Those who can't teach, and those who can't teach, cast the race world first.
Wait, what? What do they mean? Oh, minus. Oh, gotcha. So Echo minus Charmy Norsken. Method lose Firecat. They lose Push. They lose now. They lose Grab. They add. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, gotcha.
Hold on, I'll show him.
Raid team, yeah.
Hold on.
There you can see now.
Look at them.
Promoted to caster.
Yeah.
Here in the caster room with us.
Those who can't do teach and those who can't teach cast the race rule first.
Exactly, yeah. But Liquid have picked up Cryptics to, you know, more than improve that slot in the roster, I'm sure. Echo on the other Echo on the other hand, just a couple of little swaps here. Method though, oh my goodness, dude. Method have swapped like 12 people. This
Oh. Yeah, I'm wondering. It's oh. Oh, that's a good yawn. So basically what I should do is I should sleep early. And then I should um yeah, wait, I'm not even thinking about that. What the fuck? Where is it? You're right, hold on. 515. And the honor situation as well. So let me look at the gear. Because I was considering, I think with, yeah, this tier, I'm going with a lot more verse than last year. Yeah. Or I guess last season. Fuck me. Okay. Flag map, that's really good. Let's see. Oh. Oh, tanks? Okay. So this might be the first game where I'll say that our comp is way better in regards to possibilities of having people being able to both carry and heal and move at the same time. Having all of those, I will do the usual. I'll slow their team mid, and then I'll go defense, and then I'll go offense, and then yeah, we'll see. Galaxy brain. Let's see. Resto. Yeah. Assass Rogue. What was in there? There's Mast. Boots. Verse. Yeah. So I will do Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with the conquest token. I should grab legs. Is what I should do. And target dummy practice. Right, I go defense. I grab Zerk. Stop this guy. See if I can grab Zerk. Yeah, I can grab Zerk. Flag maps are so chill because you can have more agency solo. They trade. I grab Zerk. I go heal. I trust my teammates to get some cooldowns out of the guy. So I have Zerk. I have it 45 seconds. I grab this Zerk as well. Either my teammates kill. Yep. So I grab this Zerk and then I go defense. This is a good game. They'll get another cap, so I need to go because the rogue will either... Yeah, the rogue is about to... Okay, no, he's dead. Never mind. This is good. I go def. I could pick flag and help my team. Actually, nah, never mind. Fuck it. I go def. Uh, was Zerk up? Never mind. It's all good. Actually, I should... I can go here. I suck ass. I'm too tired. Work has been way too hectic, bro. Let's see. Yeah, they grab Zerk. I go this side. So they grab next. I go D. And then I go O. Okay, they died. I wait. I go D. He grabs now. Where's their team? Yeah, their team is that side. Yeah, they know. That's why they changed strat. Wait, we grab Zerk. I'm Gucci. I'm getting ready to pick as well if I have to. Chill out. I should kill the warrior. Not kill. I mean, I should peel. They cap. They deserve the cap. They play better. They deserve the cap. And then we have to play better for the next one. I grab Zerk and I go Def. I mean, I go O. I mean, I go our flag room. Actually, we have too many. Never mind. This is a fun game because it's tanks. Oh man, I miss the days when tanks played the game. So much more fun when it's tanks. Wait, did they... Yeah. No, so... I grab Zerk and go D. I know that I could defend our flag, but I prefer playing to stop them. Because we could defend our flag and still die. Someone picks. Warlock, I'm guessing. I have trinket ready. I love the fact that my team actually that my team is playing for what is that called? That I wasn't the only one that had the idea. Buying time there. Saving for the nuke. Grabbing Zerg. Don't have it. GG. That was a good game. That was fun. They played till the end. That was fun. Yeah, that was a good game. Yeah, that was fun. Let's check.
It's a crazy,
that was fun.
crazy set of changes to their roster here, including now and Kush out of the raid here. So I feel like Method kind of, there was this narrative of like,
Yeah.
they're getting closer and closer. I think last year was like a pretty big blow to that, because it was like pretty clear that
They
they were not close
Yeah.
to Echo or Liquid. So that's tough.
I feel like they've been the same level of bar basically for a very long time now.
Yeah.
There was also something that happened this year as well.
Wait,
Liquid-
I'm looking for something. Where is it? I'm looking for TLDR now, I think. Or is it? Wait, where is it? Nope. So where is it? It's not gold making. Wait, what am I looking for? No, but the prices are shit. Wait. I didn't queue. I did queue. Good. Majestic. Okay, so it's 3.6 now. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I'm looking for where are the waypoints?
Are
Whatever.
notably doing less splits than Echo, stating that. Okay, it's only 2.
Yeah, so there's been various claims going around. It seems like some have maybe been a little overstated.
Okay, so the actual numbers are Liquid are doing 14 characters and Echo are doing 16 characters. So they're doing largely similar amounts.
Wait. This is hilarious. Liquid had said we are doing 16. And patch changes. And Echo had answered we're doing 20. But that means that Echo trusted Liquid. Liquid went for 14 and Echo went for 60. So basically the important part is Echo actually also decided to go way less than they usually would. Probably because of how Method
I mean, you can
had to
maybe
reshuffle
argue about the impact
and other
that
things.
these 2 characters are going to have, but Echo
Fuck.
is continuing to do more splits than Liquid this tier for the first time in a while, where more often than not, these guilds have actually done the exact same amount. And Max, I think in a video or on his stream, said that the reason that they're doing slightly fewer characters is that their players have been experiencing extreme burnout at a accelerated rate, and they hope that bringing back characters down a little bit. I mean, again, they're doing 14.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that like 14 and 16 those are going to do the same amount of burnout to most people I know, especially because it's like all the characters are already leveled, right? So it's just it's a question of doing like slightly fewer splits because the prep isn't even there, right? The prep is the same, which is just a little bit of extra M0. So then it's just a question of like, are you willing to do an extra 4 hours of splits for the marginal gain of the 2 extra splits? In a world without a heroic week, it's kind of unclear even whether it's worth doing splits 15, 16, 17. 23, 24, right?
Yeah,
like
silhouette was used for once there. I like
Now
that.
we're starting to talk about gearing strategies, and this raid season contains two pretty interesting kind of discrepancies in terms of gearing strategies.
But not much,
compared to
but
most
it was
other
used.
games. First and foremost,
I
is
go
that
offense.
the Coiled Altar and Ulatek drop cantrip affect pieces of gear. How good are those pieces of gear going to be? That's kind of a big question. The last is
Actually, we lose. Usually we lose mines. Fuck it, I go offense. I'd rather be the offender. Yeah,
is that the
I go
Timebound
offense.
Grotto is splittable on mythic difficulty, kind of similar to what we saw from Chimeras last year. And so those are two kind of different points that are going to make different gearing decisions for a lot of these race world first guilds. What's your kind of read on the cantrip stuff and the Timebound Grotto splits? I feel like Timebound Grotto is pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'll split it. Most of the items from it don't matter. There's like an int trinket. It's not like a Gaze of the Alnseer, though. There's nothing as good as Chimeras.
I think that int trinket is BIS for casters now.
It's like live player and method as well. Like it's 15 mythic Nimrisa splits, or however many 14, some large number of mythic layer splits out of both liquid and echo and method as well. Like it's definitely just makes sense to be doing that. The cantrip items are definitely interesting because when you have this many characters, you're pretty likely to be able to land all of those.
Meaning I'm most likely dead if I fight.
They're really good. A lot of those items are really good. A lot of
Great
people
practice.
that aren't in the race world first are thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna get one of these on myth track by bonus rolling it. All of that's kind of outside the scope of race world first mostly.
So, yeah, the race roll first. Okay, a very notable thing.
It goes team fight.
You might look in like a class Discord and they'll tell you what to do with like your bonus roll and whatnot.
Yeah.
Goes team fight. That means that it's hunter or
potentially even week 1 killing at the
someone
final
else.
boss.
Let's see. So I go
And so
here.
the strategies in terms of crafting and just gearing from heroic are very different because you're not going to actually have access to that bonus roll in most circumstances.
Now we did get a 4th spark because
I get
of the
the
bug,
cap.
so people will be able to craft 2-hander as well, which is a efficient use of crests. If you're somebody who doesn't have a weapon that is pretty good from the last 2 of heroic, or if you drop a mythic weapon, there was a pretty strong embellishment, the Hunter's Ritual Stone, although that has been nerfed hours before the race has begun here. So the Hunter's Ritual Stone,
A massive nerf.
going down to about the same as
Oh, I don't have that. I suck.
It's basically going to be about the same level of power, so still a good embellishment, but it's no longer like a crazy embellishment on a especially good slot as well, which is the weapons. So.
Yeah.
Save.
I don't know. I think that like if the last couple of races, pretty much every single race has lasted around 11 days, making it into reset 2. I think if that's kind of the case for the current trajectory for this race world first as well, I wouldn't be shocked if these race world first guilds actually end up using a bonus roll on Coiled Altar.
Mythic Coiled Altar.
Yeah, Mythic Coiled Altar, very notably.
I think that's very likely, because Mythic Coiled Altar will die week 1 or week 2.
Yeah.
And you will get 1 bonus roll on week 2, which you'll use on Mythic Coiled Altar. Yeah, I think. Or if you see something good out of your vault.
I called Inks.
Right?
We didn't get back up in time. I called early.
Normal player is that you then get
I
to
go
remove some loot from
W.
the table, and you get this sort of guarantee that like, hey, by week 4, by week 5, I will have this.
They don't care about that.
Race World first players don't care about that. Yeah, they just care about the.
Oh shit! I should turn that off. I'll go here. Actually, let me look. Let's see. I don't have CDs. Oh. Rogue is that side. They have 2 here. I slow priest out of when they try to peel out. See? Oh, I didn't get it. So it's this going. So there's 2 priests here. We get the cap, right? Yeah. Now I fake here. So there's 2 here. So the reason I do that is to stress them. Stop that. Three here. So I keep 3 at Lighthouse with that strat. You understand how valuable that is? 2 healers had to waddle to Waterworks. My team, yeah, good. Now, this doesn't mean that we need to win because my team might throw, but basically, actually, let me go this guy. Yeah, there's 3 here. There's 4 here. They cap. But I buy time. That's the important part. So it's not just yeah, it's fine. Let me get the CDs over here. I could go no. Yeah, I go this side. So the reason I do this is to stress them out. This guy should cap. I'm lagging. There's 2 here. I'm lagging badly. I'm shutting that down. The reason I go here is obvious. Let's see. There's 3 here. Four here. Yeah, I need to go that side, but I'm too late. I don't make it. Actually, I might make it. That was good damage. This lag is annoying. I'm not sure why I'm lagging so much. Not good. cap. Trust them out. This lag is garbage. Like, I'm lagging super bad, bro. This is really bad. Holy shit. I can't play. I don't have heals. Yeah, I'm lagging super bad. I probably have to shut down stream. Oh, that sucks. So I can't watch the video while I... Oh, that sucks. Right, yeah, fuck it. I'll shut it down. I'll just play more tomorrow. It's all good. Alright, GG's. Peace. Let's hit some music. Actually, fuck it. I don't need music. That was a fun game. I'm just sad that we didn't get to actually play at the end there. That was really fun. Because if I don't lag, I get to have more fun with the Warlock and the healer. Because Warlock was down low there. Yeah, I'm lagging badly. I'll just kill this guy and then I'm out. So this is the what's it called? The Majestic. Do I have TSM? No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, good. Oh, it's not. It was too far off. Holy shit, I'm lagging badly. Holy shit, I'm lagging badly. I'm lucky no one else kills this. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Wow. Yeah, this is unplayable. I mean, I know it is, but I mean, Jesus. Right. Okay, cool. So basically, please don't be, it was, fuck, I hit the wrong thing. Right. Thanks for watching. Peace.